Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your mid-monthly reading. Today we're going to start by pulling some symbols first, and we're going to jump into your coffee cup. If you're new here, I am Divine Light, and if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give some love, hit the like button, subscribe, and the bell icon so you never miss a video. I caught the clouds here, but the rain is actually going away. For some of you, the sunshine might be coming forward real quickly. I have a house appearing right there. Some of you might be really relieving, getting like this sigh of relief because of house situation maybe, which sounds like a good thing to me. Some of you might be finding a house, selling a house. It can be related to that. Or if you have like any discomfort in the household, it can be the clouds are parting. We have here wishing well appearing. But the thing is, there's a bucket here. You need to dunk the bucket in there to pull the water out or whatever that you're wishing. And it can be something. We have number 4 and 41. This wishing well can be in your backyard that you're not really aware right now, or you're not really utilizing that power, okay? And by the way, guys, if you haven't watched already, I post the links for other videos of this month. Go ahead and check those ones out as well. Yeah, key, house, wishing well. Key is actually unlocking you from a cage that you're in. Some of you are really like freeing yourself, finally breaking free from if anything or anyone, any situation holding you back or limiting you. Some of you are just really free from the burden. This can be mental burden, guys. Maybe if you have like a family situation that you're getting pressured in the family and you want to break from there. I want to say family, but it can be household or maybe living situation. Seems like you're breaking free from there. Tree of life is longevity. So the solution is not going to be temporary. It's going to be something for the long term. Let's see. I see 2 people hugging here. It can be also about if you have anyone in your life that you have maybe fall apart. It seems like maybe you're coming back together with this person. And I'm sorry, guys. I don't really cut this kind of little snaps because these kind of like affirms and these are confirmations. So some of you may be coming back together with a loved one. There's some time for this person to appear in your life. We're in the Taurus season. That's why maybe this can be a Taurus. It seems like you're going to come back together. I feel maybe some of you have a long distance situation happening. It can be like you guys coming together, okay? I see there's like a small chunk of money appearing, and there is also like 2 flags above it. The flags can be like your flags, basically your accomplishments actually leading you towards this chunk of money. The accomplishment doesn't have to be something past due. It can be something that you're maybe still working on. It can also be like a good investment that you have actually did, but this is outside your comfort zone. That's why I feel like some of you might have also going to get offered this like 2 things, that 2 flag posts that you need to pass. I see there's something forming here. There's a frog right there. There's a cockadoodle. I see someone like an opera singer, wide open. The arms are wide open, actually singing to these creatures. And there's someone here looking very curiously to the situation. Frog can indicate leap, taking a leap and making like this timeline jump, and there is actually somebody who's waking you up to this timeline jump. Maybe there's some things are changing in your life but you're not aware of it. And the opera singer can be someone who's actually celebrating of the success, or maybe if the bells are not really, the cockadoodle is not really loud enough, there might be another factor coming in to let you know about something you should pay attention to. But I don't think this is something of like a negative thing. It's not going to be something about like something you should attend to, like alert about. It is something that you should pay attention to, basically, because if this is a new idea, if this is an action that you want to take but you keep delaying, when you take it, it can really become the reason for celebration here, okay? I see there's a clean paper showing up. Clean paper, tabula rasa, is a new beginning. Another thing here, clean paper can represent someone who has like an empty mind, which is not really the best thing if you are dealing with someone who you want advice from or who is on your team that you need their opinion. But it's a bright thing. So I feel like it is not really bothering you that much, but I feel that you might have like a highway. You're finding a highway or another solution instead of dealing with this tabula rasa, clean slate of a person, okay? And even if you are not doing that, that can be also the sign here. I see like a woman's face, kind of reminded me of a little bit the lips, Janet Jackson. This can be like someone outspoken and that your highway is actually leading you towards that kind of like a person or an energy, someone who is beautiful, maybe someone who has a lot of information to share, someone who has a talent, that your highway is leading you towards that person, like full of experience, full of ideas, they're not a clean slate basically, okay? You're actually maybe teaming up with someone who can really participate and help you out. We have a massive number 7 here. Number 7 can symbolize wisdom, reflection, intuition. At the same time, it can symbolize knowledge as a number here. And that's where you are heading when you really get engaged with a person who is there. There's a lady I told you. And there are also houses under her. This can be someone, if you are looking for a mentor, maybe in real estate, someone who's dealing with homes, building homes. It can be something like about that artistic expression as well, reflecting it into the material outside. It seems like their guidance is going to lead you towards a massive knowledge. And here, this bump looks like a chunk of money attached to it. So this seems to me that what happens is when you engage with a person who has experience, that is going to rub onto you, that's going to come to you, and maybe it's going to become your bread and butter too. That is going to become something that you can highly benefit from as well here, okay? I see there are 3 different news coming forth. This can be like towards the end of this month showing up. The head of a bull is appearing right there. The thing is, the news are showing up. There's an eye also watching you, and then the bull appears. The bull's head can be a representative of a hierophant. It can be representing an authority figure, and 2 chunks of money, or like a 2 good news coming forward. Maybe really going to give you the courage to maybe just talk this authority, and just if you need to pay something, you can pay it off, or maybe you can put it into like terms that is going to like be really beneficial for you. Or this can be like when you grab this, if there is anything that needs to be taken care of here, you're going to go to the authority and maybe use it for that benefit, okay? I see someone's face right there, nose in the mouth, the hair kind of looks like a white hair man, and he's walking away towards the 7. I see number 3 as well here. It kind of looks like a letter I, like Irene. Number 3 is creativity, and I feel when you have an upper hand, someone like you see as an authority, or someone who has maybe like looking like they have wisdom. I don't think they have a negative aura, but I feel like this person is finally saying like, I'm walking away from this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't know if this is a red flag, because I told you there's something better coming to you. So this person walking away can be their red flag that you should pay attention to, because they're walking back towards the knowledge that you're obtaining here. So that can be also someone who doesn't really have what it takes. And when you start to upgrade your life and your level and your demands, they might have to go back and produce more things that they can give you. Okay, so if somebody's walking away, this means do not run after them. Let them do their own thing and you mind your own business. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, there's a chunk of money showing up here. Hold it in your mind. You can see there's like a man, the same man I feel here, showing up with like a bigger chin, bigger head. So yeah, your desire seems like coming forward fast. This is if you have a demand from a person or an authority. Seems like they might not really have what it takes, or they might not have what you desire in their hands right now. What they're going to do is probably they're going to, like I said, walk away and gather that up and then come back so they can give it to you. So like I said, you need to be focused on what you need to do, what you want to manifest, rather than just, if someone walks away and seems like brokenhearted, your job is not to mend their broken heart, okay? Another thing I see here is you have really strict walls around you. When it comes to this person, you're just lowering it down. And that might be another thing that is causing you to leak energy. Even though you're freeing yourself mentally, maybe physically from a certain situation, your heart might be actually trapped inside of, you see the rose is the heart matters. Your heart might have been trapped inside of this cage right there, okay? And that's why that is not really causing you to lock yourself out, maybe do not really see other opportunities available to you because of that. That can be the situation. It's not really like locking yourself inside the house when you lock your heart. It means that you're lowering your boundaries when this person shows up. That's what it is, because you're thinking they have a special space. They're such special. Nobody, no one is as special as you are. And I feel like this timeline, that is something that you should just keep reminding yourself, okay? So we're going to look into the tarot. Maybe we'll see who this person is bothering you or in your mind, and they keep walking away from you. And maybe we're going to find out what this matter with the house is. Let's see. This is King of Wands vibe. Okay, the person might be someone fiery, Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, inspiring, charismatic, and innovative. This can be someone who has a lot of courage, but like I said, I saw like an empty mind, but not a lot of knowledge or experience. Maybe that's why they're walking away. But another thing here, this person can be impulsive, even though it's a King vibe. Fires are always like adventure seekers, okay? They don't like to settle. And that's why maybe you're having a problem with this energy. This can also be something that you want to invest in, but because it's like a moving target, it's so hard to hit. The fire, if the message comes but the message comes through here, this person is not going to settle down. Their nature is not about settling down. It's not an earth sign. And if this is a situation you're expecting it to ground itself like the tree of life, it might take a little longer and might not even happen, okay? So fire signs, when it comes to relationships, they don't like to tie themselves up most of the time. If they are matching the energy, if somebody's matching their energy, they will maybe, but other than that, they tend to be really, they like to be free, basically. Another thing here, the fire energy can represent, maybe you need to match the energy. This can be, if this is not a person, but an investment idea, you need to match the energy of that idea in order to obtain it. Okay, that's very important here too. If this is a person, I feel like you shouldn't change who you are just to be with a person, but it's my personal opinion, so you can reconsider that too. We have, yes, there's a Page of Pentacles. No, actually, this is Knight of Pentacles. Someone actually organized, someone responsible, someone supportive showing up here. So if you can, maybe, if this is, let's see, if this is like a business money or like an investment or something new that you want to start, maybe you want to start your own company, your own product line, whatever it is, it seems like it's going to need you to take charge in the situation and then take steps at a time in a very grounded way. If this is a person, it seems like here you might have two options, okay? One option is really exciting, adventurous, but cannot settle. The second option is grounded and calm, cool, collected, and really can also maybe even financially support themselves and you very well, and also very cautious when it comes to moving forward, okay? But at the same time, they're supportive. If this is a business, it seems like yeah, you need to, if this is any idea that you're trying to create, you need to really you are maybe putting a lot of energy into it, or during the learning phase, you need to put a lot of energy into it, okay? I feel like the fire and fire here, creative ideas are going to require a lot of energy so they can be picked up off the ground. And if this is a person, like a fire person you're dealing with, that person really drain all your energy, Pisces. It seems like they're not really, yeah, wow, okay. What happens is, wow, the Emperor coming up here. So I'm matching the energy here to here. The Knight of Pentacles is going to turn into the Emperor here. When you go with a stable option, when you go with what feels safe rather than what feels like a red flag and butterflies in your stomach, it seems like something that is solid, like a building, stone by stone. Someone who wants to build something with you is going to show up. Okay, so that's why, yeah, it's a victory. It's going to be a victory. And I feel like I said, maybe you're thinking, if this is a relationship, you're thinking, if I go with what's secure, it's going to be boring. Not at all. It's going to be really exciting. It's such a victory for you. Another thing here, if this is a business, like I said, you need to take a chance. You need to be passionate about it and start creating it. When you work on it without burning out, that's the important part of the 10 of Wands. You're going to actually take charge of the situation and you're going to become victorious here. Not only taking charge, it can be like you maybe being the leader of the bunch. You may be leading it with towards a good place, okay? Freeing it from the cage if this is something locked up in a place. Let's see what the Oracle has to say about that. Sunset dinner. An invitation awaits you. Yell to the stars that you are ready to go. So invitation might come in. We have here a backyard. There's a house showing up as well. So it can be like a family environment. It doesn't have to be bloodlines. It can be chosen families. You might find yourself in an environment that you're meeting with the soulmates, and the soulmates can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It seems like there are going to be some ideas you're going to cook up there. Wand making, with a flick of focus, you will come to see a vision realized. This is basically magician vibe, but it says with a flick of focus. So instead of focusing on the past or the future, being in the present moment is going to give you the creative idea or the action idea that you need to make your desires happen. We have daisies here. There's a whisper of a glimpse of opportunities to fill your life with joy. There's a whisper of a glimpse of opportunities. Basically, it goes back to the wand making here. You can be making a wand. You might be collecting daisies. It doesn't matter which one it is. They're both pointing out to the direction of being in the moment, guys. I know it is so hard with today's world. We have all the stresses of the world and we don't really have time for what gives us energy to focus on. But today, this is actually calling you for, maybe even for today, for the day that you're watching this reading. You need to be focused in the moment. You need to really pay attention. You need to really put the effort in to stay in the moment and like look at every single thing here. Look at all the details of the daisies here, like maybe around you as well. We have herb crafting. Allow your roots to dive into the depths. Your spirit calls for grounding. That's why the earth come forward here, earth energy. So after you catch that inspiration, this is basically suggesting that you ground that, you write it down, you meditate on it, contemplate on it. Just don't pass it. If something comes to your mind when you look at this little sunshine, for example, the little sun charm, if it reminds you of something, write it down, write what it is. Or if it gives you an idea, write it down, just ground it into the planet Earth, okay? Let's see which divine feminine wants to support you during this time. We have Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine. And she says, at the center of everything, there is light, and I am that light. Exactly here, we see sunset dinner here, wand making. Wand is the fire energy. Daisies, they're all like, daisies are yellow. There's all reminder of the light that you have within you, and you should be focusing on that during this timeline, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.